Oh, okay, Bobby. Okay, guys, I've had a little bit of time to, wake out of my fog. Oh man, I've been, like I said, I've been down in that patch too long. Whew. Trying to get my short-term memory back to more of a long-term view of reality, Oh God. Okay, so I forgot what day it was. Anyway, who cares? Anyway, what I did notice and what I've been noticing when I was down in my herb enhanced matrix of reality, state of consciousness, one thing became very clear, and that was some things about the sun that I wanted to share with you guys. And this is information that only you will find at the Bobby B channel, because very few people put all these little ends together to come up with a sort of a unification of this whole concept of reality. And what this is about is how the sun affects human consciousness. Now this is some deep stuff, people, so you may need to take a break and go down to the patch yourself. Okay, anyway, what I wanted to say was, though, is that you need to understand that the sun affects what is happening here on the planet Earth, as well as the whole solar system in this part of the galaxy, of course. But let's focus on the planet Earth right now. That's all I can handle, is just that alone. And what I have found, I've been putting the data together. I have gone on the computer and spent several hours putting all this information together. And what I have correlated is that the sun actually affects human consciousness. And what you will see if you do go in and do the research yourself is that every time, and the sun, of course, is coming out of its solar minimum and going into its solar maximum. Okay, it's getting, it's starting expanding, and so we are noticing over the last few weeks more and more sunspots. Okay, and we're getting some C and B and even a few M-class flares over the last couple of months and so. But for example, as of today, we have sunspot 1089, and this thing is like throwing out really intense UV radiation, and it's just sending it toward us, and it's actually brightening up the entire sun with its UV radiation. But these kinds of sunspots and the activity that's happening on this with the sun is actually affecting human consciousness. And what happens is, I've noticed, is that when we have a coronal mass ejectacuses, when we have those little things and they come towards Earth, you see, they're actually kind of like stirring up the bees, crazy things start happening. I've noticed a correlation between these coronal mass ejectacuses arrivals and the things that happen here on Earth. Now this is real science, baby. I don't care who you are, this is some good stuff. Anyway, what happens, I've noticed, is that when these things get here, of course, madness, more of madness than you would ever expect, beyond the regular level of madness, which is hard to believe. I know, it's crazy. But what there happens, like for example, back in April, May, and June, we had sunspots, and they created the coronal mass ejectacuses that actually came towards Earth. And as those, I call them data packets. Yeah, really, because the sun basically is the data. It's pretty much where we get everything from. It is life. It is everything. And which goes back to why people worship the sun, and we won't get into that right now. But anyway, these data packets come towards us, and you can say they maybe they affect human consciousness. Maybe they're giving us upgrades, maybe they're just stirring the bees up. I don't know what you want to call it, but things happen, that's for sure. And they corresponded with the riots and the takeover of the government in Turkestan, with the riots and the against the government in Thailand. They correspond with earthquakes, Chile, all kinds of things happen. The correspondent and the correlation between CME arrivals, solar flares, and the planet Earth. This is documented stuff, baby. And the only, genius, incredible genius, oh God, it takes a lot of massive power to understand these things. Oh, I got a headache. Oh God, I got to go back to the patch. Anyway, it takes a lot of time. I've spent, oh God, 10 to 20 minutes at least on this whole theory, and let me tell you, it's incredible. And what you'll notice is the correlation between solar activity, CMA, and all this energy hitting the Earth, and human consciousness and its activities. Now this week we had some CMEs that went off on sunspot 1087, and the arrival of the coronal mass ejectacuses energy came in the last couple of days, and we've seen incredible things happen. We saw the final admission of what they call the fourth division branch of the government. Can you say Fourth Reich? Yeah, well, that's coming out now. There's like 850,000 people now, the special clearance, that are walking around, little Hitlers, do this, do that, do this, oh God, it's crazy, and that's going on. And then, of course, about several thousand companies, and the whole purpose is to basically screw the American people, that's putting it lightly. And then, of course, Bernanke finally came out this week and said, hey, the economy sucks, basically. Bernanke's, oh, what a joke. Anyway, and I think Greenspan is on his deathbed saying, I think I screwed up, Mom. Oh, God. Oh, it was horrible. And all kinds of things are happening that are, people are waking up. Of course, the Gulf oil spill is, people are realizing, okay, I think there's a couple of little leaks, they put this little video of the riser pipe, and that's where all the oil's coming. That's joke. There's probably 75 million little holes out in the Gulf now. They're spewing oil. It's insane. Oh God! And they say, well, I don't see any oil. The boats can't even find any oil. It's all cleaned up now, people. Don't worry. Meanwhile, there's a huge hurricane probably coming, and it'll blow it all over. Can you say? Oh, come visit the black sand beaches of the Gulf of Mexico. Oh man! Don't even bother to bring any oil, tanning oil. Just get in the water and get out, and you'll have a nice black. Oh, you'll basically be Afro-American at that point. Oh God. Anyway, this is the kind of things that I'm talking about, people. The only kind of data and knowledge that you can find on my channel. But anyway, back to the whole thing of the sunspot and the effects it has on humans. There's a direct correlation, so watch out as we move into Solar Maximus 24. Oh, that's kind of cool. That sounds like a kind of, I don't know. Anyway, as we move into the Solar Maximus part, you will be finding that the humans on Earth will be stirred up like little bees and going even more insane than they already are, which is hard to believe, but it's true, and it probably will happen soon. Oh God. Anyway, as you can see, I have developed incredible powers over the last 6 months, spending so much time in my herbal patch, and I will be giving you all this information, and so stay tuned. I've got more to come. I love you guys, and I'm glad my 2 fans are back, and maybe one day I'll have 3 fans, and I'm working for a total of 5 fans, people that actually like to watch me. But anyway, I'll talk to you later.